let's do a trade review here on this BMY trade because I think it's a great example of how a lot of power plays have gone lately. And it's hilarious to me because people will quit the second these plays go red. And it's like a little bit of red is no big deal at all. But so let's use BMY for a great example. All right, we'll blow up the chart here. And we're focused on daily time frames. We're also not focused on opening range breaks here. No one cares. Yeah, that should be pretty good. I'm not sure what EMAs we have here, but it's all the same to me. Okay, that's a 1 minute, sir. That's why I was thrown off. Okay, now we're looking juiced. Fantastic. Okay, so BMY. We're playing a nice breakout here that happened on Monday the 3rd, and then it pulled all the way back, which is when we entered, which is on the pullback, which it pulled back to right around 60. Probably got in around $64 if I had to guess, just looking at this chart, right? And then you see what happened afterwards. I drew a box around it because I used this example on a call the other day as well. I assume the people who are confused or quitting aren't on our calls, and that's probably part of the reason. But I'll do a quick one for the impatient folks out there who just want the plays and don't want to learn. Or maybe want to learn a little but don't have time to watch a 15-minute video. So notice then we pulled back right around our entry of $64 as low as $63, right? So we got in at 64, we pulled all the way back to 63. Now after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days pulling back, and we hadn't pulled back for 7 days straight. We pulled back and then we consolidated for 7 days. But after 7 days, you're starting to see some time decay. The options are starting to lose some of their value because of time. But we're using options as a tool to trade the underlying. We're not using them as a get-rich-quick scheme. There's a big difference. So as a tool to trade the underlying, it doesn't matter what the options price is. What matters is what the underlying is doing, whether or not our thesis is intact. And consolidation after a rip to new all-time highs is exactly our thesis intact. So this play was perfect for me from day one, from entry to exit. This is the most perfect looking play there could be. Okay. Meanwhile, 10 people who joined this week quit the second we went a little bit red. 15 people are messaging me, the email, the trader chat, all freaking out. Do we have a stop loss? Because you didn't read anything. Do we have a stop loss? What are we doing? Why aren't we cutting it? Oh, this is just another one of those services. I've been in these before. This is how they all go. They say they have these great win rates and they're so smart and great, and then I fail, and it's just trading's not for me. This guy's a fraud. Blah, blah, blah. All right? Listen and learn. Consolidation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days straight. 10 days of consolidation after hitting new highs and not going lower than really the 20-day moving average is an amazing setup. And it does not matter what the options price was. And the next Furu Riri, that's my new name for the others, the Furu Riris, is going to tell you to have a stop loss at 50%, and you're going to get washed out of an awesome trade like this instantly. And the next scared guy who did a bunch of dumb services with a bunch of dumb people is going to get washed out instantly. And so the expiration for this, I believe, is 1 to 2 months away. 1 to 2 months from expiration, and you're getting washed out at a 50% stop loss with no logic or reason behind it, when the chart says nothing but buy, 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 buy. All right, so we consolidated for 10 days straight. Some people stopped out. Some people ran for their lives. Some people canceled their memberships. All of those people are losers, at least in this trade. I don't know about in life, but the habit of doing this type of stuff is a loser habit to have. It's very impulsive. It's very short-term based. It's very fixed mindset, just not very logical. All right, so then what I was saying on the 17th, because we had our call right around then, or we had our call on the 18th. So what I was saying was we broke out on the 18th now, and we were finally in profit, right? So now we went green. The option went green. Here's the other side of the equation that's also wrong. We're a little bit green, and everybody's like, oh my God, I was so scared with it being red because I couldn't handle the fear of being red. I'm going to take my profit immediately since we turned green. And I said at that time, like, I've built this position up with multiple entries as I alerted. So I exited my deep pullback entry, which was right around here. So we got in at 62, and I was up like 60, 70% on that entry. So I exited that entry when everyone else was exiting their first entry for barely break even and a little bit of extra change. But at the time I said I'm holding on to a third of this position as well because it looks like it's about to rip to all-time highs. After hitting all-time highs, consolidating, and pushing up back towards all-time highs with multiple green candles and multiple green opens above the last day's close, that looks juicy as heck. What do you know? Yesterday, we hit all-time highs. Closed the position for a massive gain, perfect play, excellent execution, perfect entry, multiple perfect entries, multiple perfect exits, super profitable. All you had to do was follow instructions and listen. That's it. Now, not saying it'll be perfect every single time. There are losers. It does happen. But this is a very typical occurrence with a pit power play where it will pull back, consolidate, and then rip again. And the weak hands and the people who don't know how to read a chart and the people who are new to options or had a bad experience with some furu are all jumping ship from the alerts or at least from this play, and they're all regretting it very soon after. So, public service announcement, don't do that. Follow instructions, know how to have proper allocation, know how to have proper entries, know how not to go all in at once. Like I said, even if you would have gone all in at once, you would still been super profitable. If you waited for my final exit, you would have been very profitable no matter how you played this. As long as you entered with me at some point in time and exited with me at some point in time, you would have been profitable. So do as I say and as I do. I won't lead you wrong. Been doing this forever. I'm not the typical furu that you're used to. I'm not one of these schmucks that's just trying to make a couple extra bucks to fucking sell ideas. We have a system that works if you follow it. But if you don't, you might get mad. So follow the system. It works. The proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the trades. The proof's in the tracking. The proof is everywhere. Just follow the system. Stay calm. No emotions. And you will be all right. Hopefully this helps. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have questions about the alerts, drop them here or in the trader chat, and I'm happy to help. Or hop on a Tuesday call. Might help you out a lot. All right, I'm out. Peace.